From Toronto, exiled activists have sounded the alarm over Pakistan's worsening human rights crisis. In Balochistan, Sindh and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, disappearances, abductions and state repression are now routine. They warn that Islamabad's latest anti-terror laws are being used to silence dissent and criminalize human rights defenders. The message to the international community was urgent. Act now, hold Pakistan accountable and ensure justice for the thousands whose loved ones have vanished.
Enforced disappearances have become one of Pakistan's most chilling human rights challenges. Political activists, journalists, students and ordinary citizens are vanishing without a trace. Families continue to search through protests, long marches and appeals to courts and international bodies, yet answers remains elusive. This climate of fear has transformed dissent into a crime where speaking out can cost you on your freedom or your life. Toronto's Canadian Baloch Congress marked the UN Day for Victims of Enforced Disappearances with a conference highlighting these abuses. Speakers spotlighted the plight of Balochistan, where activists including Dr. Mehrang Baloch and leaders of the Baloch Yakjehti Committee have been detained or gone missing. The warnings were clear. Enforced disappearances and crimes against humanity are rising, unchecked across Balochistan, Sindh and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
On the day of Enforced Disappearances International Day, I will demand State of Pakistan to release all who they have detained unlawfully. It's not fair. And as we said that Amnesty International and International Human Rights Commission and Human Rights Watch had also make this a law that it is unlawful to detain any human being, any person without any allegations and putting it at the location that nobody knows.
At the conference, speakers pointed to Pakistan's new counter-terrorism laws as a major aggravating factor. Critics say these laws are now being weaponized to target anyone opposing state policies, effectively turning human rights defenders into labeled terrorists.
The Baloch Yakjehti Committee, whose leader Dr. Mehrang Baloch has been put behind bars, and the situation over there is getting precarious because now there are anti-terrorist laws that has been passed. So anyone who is opposed to Islamabad, opposed against enforced disappearances or human rights violations, will be facing terror charges. So every political activist is now potentially, in the eyes of Pakistan, a terrorist. And they will be taken away, disappeared as anti-state activists or anti-state terrorists, and there will be no trials for that.
The crisis, activists stressed, is not limited to Balochistan. Pashtuns, Sindhis and other oppressed communities face similar threats. The call was for unity among these groups to amplify their voices against systemic repression.
We Pashtuns, Baloch and Sindhis and other oppressed nations living in their geography, we have been victims of our resources. And I think that it's high time for all those oppressed nations to have a common forum, a common platform, and to pressurize the authoritarian government of Pakistan.
The testimonies painted a stark picture. Families torn apart, students abducted from schools, fathers taken from homes, and daughters disappeared from streets. Activists urged the international community to act decisively and hold Islamabad accountable.
As in our back home Balochistan, situation is entirely worse and earth-breaking. Pakistani army and Pakistan intelligence agencies are abducting the people, and every day on a routine basis. No one is safe in Balochistan. Baloch students are abducted from classrooms. and Baloch fathers are abducted from their homes and daughters are abducted from the streets. So all situation is worse in Balochistan. We are here to raise our voice, to bring our situation in front of the world. We hope one day the world powers and the world democracies will understand what's going on with us in Balochistan.
For families in Balochistan, Sindh and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, years continue to pass without answers. Graves remain unmarked and justice is elusive. From Toronto, the call was unambiguous. Silence is complicity. Unless the international community intervenes, Pakistan's disappeared will remain unseen, unheard, and forgotten.